Awesome. Okay, so this is our own little kind of arsenal of guns from World War II. And the reason I wanted to kind of include this with you guys is just because I wanted to talk about just the history and just how cool they really are, because I'm kind of a geek for these kind of things. So, when you start off in the middle of the war, the beginning actually, they had bolt action guns. So they were one shot, you crank it, and then you shoot again. So it was very time consuming and wasn't very good to go into combat with. So this is something that they would use. This is a Remington. This is an 03A3. This is a bolt action rifle. So you go up and you go over, and then you have a chambered round, and then you're ready to go. Boom. Just so you know, all guns in here are all clear, they're all safe, and I'm pointing them in a safe direction. So making sure to follow all safety rules. So we have a good day. So this is a bolt action. So this is an 03A3 Remington, and it is chambered in 30-06. So if you come in here, let me put this rifle down real fast. 30-06. These are pretty big rounds, and you can see that the slug, as we call them, the tip, those are really big too. So that'll really come in handy for infiltrating when they're storming the beaches, I guess, because this is one of the guns used in beaches in Normandy. So this one's 30-06. A little bit about it. When you cock it back like this, you have a little, it's like a stripper-fed gun that we call in the gun community. So what you do is you put it in this little line right here, and then you push it all the way in, and that will chamber your 5 rounds actually. So you had to keep refilling it. Also right here, there's a little safety switch. If you want to come in here, this says ready. This goes safe. So once it's right here, the bolt cannot be come back, and you can't fire the gun at all. There's no click. But once it's right here, you're ready to go. So that is the 03A3. Put this guy down. Moving on to the middle of the war, slash the end. So this is one of the main rifles that really take over in the U.S. is the M1 carbine. This little guy is my favorite. You can see it's a lot shorter, and it's a heck of a lot lighter. This one is about like 8 pounds. This one is like 3. So it's very, very light. This one is, as you can see, it's not a bolt. It just has a charging handle right here, and it comes back on itself. That means you can keep firing, and you have more rounds. So because it's chambered in 30 caliber, you have this little magazine. This is when guns started being magazine fed. So what happens, you have this little mag ball right here, goes in there, get in there, give it a little slap, and it's in there. Pull the charging handle back, and it chambers a little round. Right now, we don't have any rounds in this because we want to be safe. So you can see there's a little, almost like a little button there that'll stop it. But if we release it just a little bit, it'll go flying forward. Then you can pop it back in, and you're back in business. So you got the fire. My grandpa, who gave me this gun, his uncle did a lot of like wood, like just renovating guns and stuff. So it has a little finesse, I guess you would say. But the main parts of these guns are actually from World War II and have most likely served. So this is the M1 carbine. This is so nice. A little bit about this thing that I really like. So if you come in really close right here, first of all, you have the safety pin right here. So when it's pointing towards you, you're ready to go. You have a fire. But when it's facing this way, it won't click. There's no boom. So when you're right here, you're ready to go. And right here, these are the sights. Now, just a little thing just about aiming sights in general. You have the front portion right here. It almost looks like a V, like this. And then you have a middle post. So if you come in right there, I don't know if you can see that. And then you have this little thing. It's like almost looks like a little donut. It's a circle right here. What you do is when you're looking through it, you look for the little sight, the little post in there, through the circle. And the circle is adjustable. So if it's back all the way here, you're shooting for very far distances. If you're over here, it'll go pretty short, and you can be pretty accurate with this thing. So this is the M1 carbine. Lovely little gun. So much fun. Okay, now let's move into handgun. So the main handgun, this is my favorite gun of all time. I shoot this thing all the time. it's like my duty to clean it whenever we go shooting. But this is the 1911. This was World War I, World War II. I think a little bit before World War I, actually, because it's 1911. That's the date it was made. So this is, it was actually manufactured by Colt. If you know it, it's almost like cowboy guns. But this is the 1911, chambered in 45 ACP. So if you come in here, that's a pretty big round. It has a really big slug too, and it's real heavy. It has 320 grains of powder in there, so it's packed in quite a wallet. But that's good because, I mean, you kind of need that to fight a war. Right here you have the magazine. It's only, this one's 7, but sometimes you have 8-round magazines, and so you load it in there, and then you do a little bolt release right there, and that'll chamber around. So there's one round here, and then they get fed up in through here, and then you're ready to go fire. Now, some cool safety features about this gun is not only does it have one sight, but actually safety feature, it has 2. So this is the grip safety feature. You can hear it clicking. It has to be pressed in with your hand to be able to pull the trigger. You also have over here, right here, if you click this one up a little bit, it'll stop the slide from going back, actually. Other than that, you have your standard firing pin right there, and then you have your sights. These are a little bit different from the rifles. As you can see, if we get all the way in there, you have 2 sights in the front, or like in the back from closest to you, and then you have 1 sight farthest away from you. So if you're looking at it, it's almost like this. Now how you aim it is, if you're looking through these posts, you want it to be centered like this and centered like this. And then whatever's on the top of that one post right there, that's what's where you're gonna hit. Really cool gun. It has a whole lot of mechanics that I won't really get into it, but it's honestly it's so nice, and it's my favorite to shoot, and it served through all world wars, so it's very reliable, and honestly the soldiers trust it with their life. So pick up gun, 1911 right here. We'll do a couple slides for you, and then one last thing, there's a little slide release right here. Push that down, goes forward, and then you have a chambered round. Now, lastly, because we have it, this is my baby. This is my favorite knife, and it is started from, I'm trying to think of war. Let's say just after the Civil War, they started making these. This is a K-bar, and then all the way up till now, actually, all the military carry these. So this is the K-bar. This is obviously made in the Americas, made in the U.S. What's cool about this is that this one is actually a Navy version of it, so it's completely waterproof. So if you want to go like diving with it, you can. But the originals, if you see, it almost has like sections on the handle. That's when you have leather that is kind of glued together, and then running all the way through the handle, you have the tang. So in knife making, you have a little rod that's connected to the whole blade, and that is what carries your handle and carries the pommel, and then the handguard. So that means that when you go to do something, you go to cut something or whatever, your hand won't get slipped up and then you'll have a big ouchie. So this is the K-bar. Beautiful gun, beautiful knife. And that's it.